This video you're watching right now of the Zeekr 001 drifting around a racetrack. Now that was me, guys. I kid you not, that was me, but I wasn't driving. I was feeling like throwing up.
Raining is perfect. That's why I want to show you the car.
Okay. The brakes are going to get worn out, eh? Jesus.
It's a 200 kW.
Yeah.
Single motor.
Yep.
So it's roughly around 272 horsepower.
Yep.
Rear wheel drive car.
Yep. You got good drifting skills.
So this corner is actually really fun. If you take property line like this.
Right, over the edge, yeah.
You go like this.
Okay.
You can feel a little bit slide.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yep. And here you turn, you make it straight, and brake here.
Okay.
Yep. And one corner, this is a long corner.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. So hit from here.
Well done.
Thank you.
Now I feel sick.
That fast?
That's the brakes smoking, guys. That was, wow, this car handles incredibly well. Guys, I've just been in China looking at Zeekr's new, well, some of the new EVs, driving them around a racetrack.
Much power.
Okay, the noise is going to let me know how much power I'm putting down.
Yeah.
Okay. The side bolstering is actually pushing into my side. It changes. I think it has an airbag in the side bolstering, which actually changes how much pressure there is in it. Wowzers. Jesus. 160. Now apparently we're very low on charge. I'm still mind blown. I can't believe how they go around corners. I mean, we're talking about a massive people mover that goes around a corner like a race car. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually true. Everyone said the same thing as me. We're talking about people from some of the biggest magazines, publications around the world have been there and tested these cars, and they're just mind blown by this. And when I was there, the VP told us that there's 2 new electric SUVs, a medium-sized one and a large one, which are coming to right-hand drive car markets such as Australia, Europe as well, the UK. That was cool news, right? So people have started printing this news, but actually there's a lot more to this story. Zeekr, which is a premium car brand manufactured primarily on the same production line as Volvo, but using more premium components. Now, if you don't believe me, I'm sure you're going to read that in reviews from other journalists, because one of the most famous journalists I know that I've ever heard of, who was there with me, said Zeekr's EVs are, I quote, 30% more premium than Volvo. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Great to be home. China was great. It was amazing seeing all these EVs, seeing all these different brands. Some of them I didn't know what they were. I was like, what the hell is that? I'm sure I've seen that before. Or maybe I've done a video on it, but I've done 5,500 videos, so I don't remember. But there was so many new cars, guys. There was so much technology there. It's everywhere. I mean, you walk down a street and there's another EV brand with a shop there, and you go look at there and there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. Anyhow, Zeekr, they are one of the best selling car brands now in China for good reason. Even though their prices are not exactly cheap, they're not cheap at all. In fact, they're still selling incredibly well. One of the fastest growing EV brands in China. And they have just revealed that they've got a range of different models coming. Now, Zeekr, of course, is a high-end EV brand owned by Geely. Like I said, they are made on the same production lines as Volvo, mostly, not for every model, but mostly they are. And what that means is they're very similar to Volvo, but they are definitely more premium. There's no question about it. I've been saying this for a while now, and we see the cars in person, you'll see what I mean. Now, Zeekr will launch 2 new vehicles this year. One of those is the Zeekr Mix, the MPV. That's probably not going to come to global markets. I did speak to the VP, guys, and he said to me the Zeekr Mix, a lot of people are asking for it. A lot of Western journalists are asking for it. A lot of people are saying, bring the Mix. It's about 4.7 meters long. It's pretty revolutionary, actually, in terms of kind of vehicle it is. It's an MPV, and honestly, it's a brilliant car. But like I said, it wasn't initially meant to be made for markets outside of China, because they thought there wouldn't be enough demand. But now the company are reconsidering because so many people are actually asking for it. In addition to that, Zeekr will launch the CX1E, which is called the Zeekr Arc, the crossover. Now, this vehicle was actually spotted in pre-production testing in January of this year. So they've been working on this vehicle for quite a while now. It's called the CX1E. Now, I don't know if it'll be called that once it hits production. I'm going to guess it'll be called maybe the CX1. That would be my guess. I know that's weird nomenclature for Geely. I mean, for Zeekr, it would be different. But anyhow, apparently it will have similar design or similar looks to the Zeekr 007, which is a great looking car. The 007 is Zeekr's new electric sedan, but it'll have a similar design for the SUV version to the 007. That's, I think, a good thing. Now, as you can see, it has buttons instead of handles. So in China, the Zeekr X, that also has buttons instead of handles. I don't believe that's coming to Australia, but that's a pretty cool feature. I tested that out. I love the buttons. It was really, really cool. Now, you can see here from these interior design images, and for some rendered images of this vehicle, basically people have taken some styling cues from what Zeekr said, and they've rendered these images. So it's very likely it will look very similar to these images here. I think it's a good looking car. It's not revolutionary, but it's certainly stylish, certainly does look good. Now, this is one of many cars coming from Zeekr. So this is the Zeekr Arc, or the CX1E. However, the Mix is coming as well, coming to the market as well, and I did see those driving around China. But there's also the Zeekr 007 station wagon. So if you want to see my video on that, I'll put a link in the description below. However, as you can see here from this product plan from Zeekr, there's quite a few cars here. They also have the EX1E, which is a large electric SUV that's coming next year. They have the DX1E. Maybe that's a coupe version of that same car, I'm not sure. They have the CC1E, which looks like a station wagon. A bit of an ugly one in this image, but obviously it won't look like that. It's just a design, looks like it was written by a school child. But anyway, they have the Beluge, which looks like an MPV, maybe a slightly more affordable version of the Zeekr 009. There is also the Grampus, which, I don't know, but it sounds to me like it's going to be a big car. Grampus, I mean, it sounds kind of big to me, but I could be wrong, who knows. Anyhow, as you can see here, guys, there is therefore 6 new models coming, not including the Mix, not including the 007 Wagon, 6 new Zeekr models coming over the next 2 years. So this year, 2025 and 2026, these models are coming to market. And like I said, we do know that the large electric SUV and the medium-sized electric SUV will be manufactured in right-hand drive. Now, the key question that I have, and I've asked Zeekr this in person, but they didn't respond to me, but the key question I have is this, guys. Which batteries will they use? It's almost certain in vehicles this size they will use either their new battery called the Aegis battery, which is a lithium iron phosphate battery that has the highest energy density of any lithium iron phosphate battery being manufactured in the world at the moment. It has 550 kilowatt fast charging. It's insane. I will have a new video about that battery technology. You need to see that because it's seriously revolutionary. They might use that. They also could use the battery that they're using in the 009, which is the chill-in battery, the CATL chill-in battery, and that gives the Zeekr 009 massive vehicle 700 kilometers of range, which is insane for a vehicle of that size. There is also the Shensing battery, the CATL Shensing battery. That's a lithium iron phosphate battery from CATL, and that has incredible speed, 550 kilowatt fast charging as well. Now, you can almost be certain that Zeekr's new EVs will have the new battery technology because they are the only car company in the world, the only global car company in the world that is using these new batteries. They're the only one. And that's why I keep on reporting them on this channel, because no one else is doing it. They are doing it, but they're only doing it in China. But Zeekr's not. Zeekr will be using this advanced battery technology outside of China within the next, well, they already are. The Zeekr 001 in Europe's already using it. The new Zeekr 001, by the way, has been upgraded as well, which I drove in China. It was mind-blowing, guys. This company is, well, it's kind of scary. I mean, think about the production numbers they're doing. Think about the quality of their cars. The price of them is incredibly competitive. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.